Hello, welcome, Cabbage here. Here is that monster review of Hera that I promised a couple videos ago. But to tell the truth, I was more excited about her before than I am now. But I'll explain why when I get to that part of the review. But she's kind of that new type of character where she has a lot of support abilities. We've been seeing a lot of characters, maybe the last 3 to 6 months, with good support abilities. Like I said before, Monster Strike is not really about that. It's more about attacking and just go, go, go. But maybe the game will kind of shift from now, and then Hera is maybe a signal of what's to come. But stats are a little bit low. HP is good, attack is very low, so you won't be able to really rely on her for direct attacks. Speed is pretty decent at 400 for a Pierce. And then she has the flight and the super null gravity barrier, and neither of those are on the gauge, so you can miss the gauge with her and still get good use. But the super null gravity barrier, when she does hit a null gravity barrier, she will get a speed up, and then I think it's a similar boost to picking up a boot, which is better than the dash ability. So yeah, she's pretty fast, and then you do want that for her because she is a support character. And then on the gauge, she has the Gives Barrier ability, and then also the Gives Flight ability. The Give Barrier ability, that's the same as like, might be Mana Ascension, but the third character that you hit will get a barrier, and that's the same strength as like Mana Evolution or Lucifer. So that will prevent the first 10,000 damage that character takes, and that's pretty nice. The second ability, this was the one that I was really excited about, the Gives Flight. And then, yeah, the character that you hit will pick up the flight. And so even if they didn't have it before, they would be able to deal with mines. This, I thought, would have been the most interesting skill for the character, because then you could take, like, Arthur to mine quests or, you know, stuff like that. Unfortunately, just like the Gives Barrier skill, the Gives Flight skill only works on the third character that you hit. I was hoping it would give it to everybody that she hits, then you can make some really funky teams and then have fun in, you know, funky quests. But because it's only the third character, it's hard to use because you have to hit the other two guys first before you get to the one that you want to give it to. And then because it's only one character, still the rest of your team you have to build for mines for that quest anyway. So that's kind of disappointing. In the quest that we go to in this video, I will take a character without flight into a quest with mines. But it's more just kind of for fun. And so in practical use, I would say ignore that ability completely in your team making. Maybe just use it in an emergency. But yeah. Basically, she'll be a Pierce, Flight, no gravity barrier character that gives barrier, and that's it. That still makes her very useful, but yeah, the thing that I was most excited about her, I'm not going to be able to use after all. The bump combo is the same as her husband, Zeus. It is the X-Laser EL, which is fairly strong, and then the blast bump combo, so that's a nice ability for support characters. And then the strike shot is interesting. The teammates that she hits will get power up for a certain amount of time. This is similar to like those 4-star characters like Dear Latte or people like that. But because the turn count on Hera is lower, the boost you will give to the power is also lower. And that actually, she might be the first 5-star character to have that ability. And then to be able to get it out so often means that, yeah, you'll be able to power up your other guys. There's different modes of thought on this. Maybe instead of a support character that can make your other character stronger, you would want to bring a character that was just strong itself in order to, you know, supplement your team. But in certain cases where you want to like really overpower another character's like strike shot or bump combo or something, a lot of people do bring those 4-star characters into quests purely for that strike shot, and now you can do that with a 5-star character, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, like I said before, the Pierce Flight with the null gravity barrier, that's a very versatile sling style double null ability, so you can bring her to lots of quests, even more because she is a light element. And then, yeah, Blast Bump combo helps for the support, so does the Gives Barrier, so does the high HP, and then of course so does the Strike Shot. For me personally, I would probably bring like Shinji Kaoru, who's another Pierce with Minesweeper and Null Gravity Barrier, because they have a very strong Strike Shot and a very strong bump combo. So yeah, I'm gonna have to wait and see what kind of quests come in the future, and then see if a support character like Hera is going to be better than, say, Shinji Kaoru. But anyway, let's take her to a quest, and then we'll bring her to Taishakten, where you want Flight or Minesweeper. And then the second character there, that is Nibirengen, the new Transcendent form. I didn't make a video about her. I don't think it's really necessary, but I can talk about her a little bit here. She is a Pierce with Null Gravity Barrier, Null Damage Wall, so she doesn't have any way to deal with mines. And then on that first turn with Hera, I tried to hit her third. I wasn't able to do that, so she can't go over the mines. So I just basically skipped her turn. And then that's the danger with using a character without Flight in a mission with mines. So yeah, we can kind of get a sense of maybe how it can be difficult to use Hera and then a character without that Flight. But my two friends, they are Kuhudin and then Setsuna. They are also Pierce characters with Minesweeper, so they're fine for this mission. Alright, here too with Hera, I'm going to try to hit Nibirengen last. Nope, I hit her twice, so she doesn't get the Flight. Alright, but if Nibirengen acts first, there are no mines on the screen anyway, so we can still kind of, fire her as normal. She has that rebounding Chevron bump combo, which covers a lot of the screen and does decent damage. And then she has that kind of healing dunk laser, which I like a lot. It will do damage to enemies that it hits, and then it will also heal your teammates whom it hits, so it can do double the work. And then, same as before, she has the delay strike shot, which is still one of the best strike shots in the game. Okay, so there, finally, I was able to hit Nibirengen third, so we can see that wing icon on her, which means she now has Flight. And then here, yeah, we can see her going over mines, no problem. And then that Gives Flight ability will last for 2 rounds. So the next round, Nibirengen will have Flight again, and then that means this next round I don't need to worry about hitting her third with Hera. So that's nice, a little bit of breathing room there. And then of course, also the Gives Barrier ability is also activated on Nibirengen, so yeah, she's got that barrier just like Lucifer or Amana. But yeah, Taishakten, we want to get rid of all of the pairs of little guys. Once we do that, then the medallions, they will give us kind of an attack up. Then we can start doing real damage to the mini-boss or the boss. Not too difficult a gimmick in the mission, in theory. It's not difficult to understand, but it can be difficult to hit all of the guys in the right order. Here, the 2 archers, they are a pair, so if we take them down in the same turn, they'll be gone forever. And then the cherubs, they're also a group, so if we take them all down in the same turn, they'll be gone forever. And then for the archers, we can just go back and forth, like left and right, if our positioning is okay, and that'll be good enough to take them down. Setsuna's bump combo is really good for this mission though, because it travels from character to character, and it also hits in the center of enemies, where most of the weak points are, so yeah, he's pretty good in here. Okay, Nibirengen has the flight again. Didn't need it here, but it's nice to know that it's there. And then Tai Shakten, she's one of the easier impossibles that came out most recently, which is why I'm interested in making the max luck of her. Lately we've been seeing a lot of water monsters with that double null, so that could be a sign that something's coming soon. a high-level quest, maybe. Okay, but Nibirengen with the flight there took down all of the little guys, so now I can concentrate on the boss. Okay, that's 2 rounds, so the gives flight ability on Nibirengen will wear off. So the next turn with Hera, well, maybe you have to think about giving that back to her. Alright, so let's see. Let's use Hera's Strike Shot. We'll give people that she hits power up, and then hopefully last we hit Nibirengen. No, we didn't hit her at all, so... Setsuno will get the power up. And then that'll work with his bump combo as well, so that'll be pretty powerful. And yeah, Nibirengen does not have the flight, she hits the mine, and then we take some damage. But yeah, for really high-level quests, where every turn counts, you kind of don't have the leeway to take a turn off, basically, with Hera, and then try to give somebody flight. So I would say, you know, to mess around, it's kind of an interesting ability to use. But yeah, for very high-level quests, I don't think she would be a good idea. Okay, again, Nibirengen without the flight, but we were still able to take, you know, kind of a normal shot with her, so that was okay. Okay, so thankfully we got that Cupid in the upper left with the bump combo, so that saved my bacon there. Alright, then here let's try again to give Nibirengen the flight. No. I hit her a second there. But I hit Setsuna third, so I gave him the barrier and the flight. Alright, another mine with the Nibirengen, but damage wasn't too bad. Alright, so here again, let's try. I think here we'll get it. I have the guide to help me as well. Okay, perfect. So we hit Nibirengen third, she now has the flight. Those elephant guys, you don't really need to take them down. They're not necessary to take down the boss. They just do damage by themselves, which is why you might want to take down one of them at least. Okay, last stage. And not being able to really smoothly or consistently give Nibirengen flight hasn't really helped us, or hurt us, so... Okay, there again, the bump combo is helping me take down the little guys. And I really do think that Nibirengen's chevron shot is helping with that. Although, of course, Setsuna is also very helpful with that. Alright, but Hera's strike shot is up again, so let's hit that. And then both Setsuna and then Nibirengen will get the power up, so that's nice. And then here we are set up for a loop hit, so let's go ahead with that. And there goes the boss. And that was even without the defense down that we get from the next part of that stage. If your positioning is right and your shot is, perfectly horizontal, then that is possible. Okay, so that was Hera, and then also a look at Nibirengen. Neither of which are really game-changing. Nibirengen is solid, Hera is also solid, potentially very strong in the future, but for now, maybe not so much. Okay, thanks for watching, and we'll see you again. Take care.